They say stars are born, but in high school, they are built. Every year, thousands of athletes fight for the ultimate status, a 5-star rating. The golden ticket to powerhouse programs, million-dollar NIL deals, and a future shot at the NFL. But in 2025, the game has changed. It's no longer just about talent. It's about speed, size, media presence, and cold, hard cash. So what does it really take to be a 5-star recruit? In this video, we're diving deep into the grueling training, insane competition, and the high-stakes business behind football's elite. Let's break it down. Every high school football player dreams of a 5-star rating. It's the ultimate stamp of approval, the golden ticket to college football stardom, massive NIL deals, and a clear shot at the NFL. But let's get one thing straight. Very few players actually get it. According to the National Federation of State High School Associations, that's a tongue twister, there were 1,035,602 high school football players in the U.S. as of the 2024 season. But here's the reality. Only 32 to 40 players per class receive a 5-star rating across the major recruiting services. That's 247 Sports, Rivals, and On3. That means that fewer than 0.004% of high school football players reach 5-star status. That is an insanely low number. If you break it down, that's fewer than one 5-star recruit for every 25,000 high school athletes. In other words, becoming a 5-star recruit is statistically harder than getting into an Ivy League school. A lot harder, actually. But what actually makes a 5-star recruit? First off, it's not just about being the best player in your high school team. You have to be one of the best players in the entire country. That means dominating elite competition, standing out in national showcases, and projecting as a future first-round NFL draft pick in high school. So who decides who gets to be a 5-star? That responsibility falls on the major recruiting services like 247 Sports, On3, and Rivals, who meticulously evaluate high school players based on size, speed, agility, football IQ, leadership, and performance under pressure, among a bunch of other things. It's not just about flashy highlights. There's a lot of players with great highlights. It's about consistent, elite-level dominance against top-tier talent. Take a look at some of the biggest names in college football. Arch Manning, Travis Hunter, Caleb Williams. These guys weren't just high school standouts. They were walking highlight reels. What sets them apart? They didn't just dominate Friday night games. They showed up at elite camps like the Opening, Elite 11, and Under Armour's Future 50 camp and embarrassed the best players in the country. If you want to be a 5-star, you have to prove you can outshine the best when the lights are the brightest. Now let's break down the numbers the recruiting services look for before making someone a 5-star. Speed is everything. If you're a wide receiver, running back, or defensive back, scouts want to see a sub 4.5 40-second 40-yard dash. With the truly elite, they're running closer to 4.3 to 4.4 seconds in a 40-yard dash. In the 2023 NFL Combine, the fastest 40-yard dash was 4.26 seconds. That's the kind of speed that gets you 5-star attention. Quarterbacks need size and power. The prototypical 5-star quarterback is at least 6'3" with a 10-inch hand size and can launch the ball 60 yards deep with ease. Anything less, and scouts start looking elsewhere. If you're a lineman, you better be a straight-up monster. If you're an offensive or defensive lineman, you need to be at least 6'5" and pushing 300 pounds, but not just big. You need to be fit. You need to move like a linebacker. The top high school linemen run under 5.0 seconds in the 40-yard dash, which is insane for a guy that size. And let's be honest, this is a business. Colleges don't just want any talent, they want NFL prototypes. The bigger, faster, stronger guys get the stars. That's just how it works. If you think 5-stars just wake up, roll out of bed, and dominate, think again. These guys train like professionals before they even step foot on a college campus. They don't just rely on talent, they build it, they refine it, and they push it to levels that most high school athletes never reach. So what does that training look like? Let's break it down. Their schedules are flat out brutal. A typical day is a 5 a.m. wake up call, strength training, speed drills, breakfast measured for the gram of maximum performance, film study, morning practice, more film study, positional drills, afternoon practice, recovery therapy, film, night training, sleep, repeat. It is all in all the time. And this isn't just during the season. This is all year round, even in the so-called off season, which, let's be real, does not actually exist for 5-star athletes. But here's what separates 5-stars from your average high school standout: specialized training. A regular high school coach is not enough anymore. The top quarterbacks have a specialized quarterback coach. These athletes hire entire teams of experts to push them to the next level. Quarterbacks work with private QB coaches who refine every tiny detail of their mechanics, footwork, arm angle, release speed, reading coverages, everything. It's no accident that the top quarterback prospects all have laser-sharp throwing mechanics. They're working with ex-NFL quarterbacks and elite trainers who study every inch of their game. One small tweak in a throwing motion can be the difference between a touchdown and an interception, between a 5-star rating and just another guy in the rankings. Speed training is also huge. You could be the best route runner in the country, but if you can't break 4 or 5 seconds in the 40, you're not getting that 5th star. Scouts love speed. Speed beats everything. That's why elite recruits hire speed coaches who focus on explosion, acceleration, and technique. And these guys aren't just running sprints. They're analyzing biomechanics, they're measuring stride length, they're tweaking foot placement, anything that gets them even a 1/10 of a second faster. Because in football, that 1/10 of a second is the difference between getting drafted and getting ignored. And let's talk about nutrition and strength training. A 5-star lineman doesn't just hope to be 6'6", 320 pounds. He works for it. Every calorie is tracked. Every gram of protein is accounted for. I remember when I was training to become a 5-star recruit, which I ended up being, I was chugging protein shakes to make sure I got enough calories every single day. I'm talking about protein shakes 6 times a day. Some of these players are spending over $2,000 a month on custom meal plans designed by nutritionists who cater to their exact needs. No more fast food and skipping meals. This is a freaking science. Then there's personal trainers and positional trainers who focus on position-specific workouts. A 5-star defensive back isn't training the same way a 5-star offensive lineman does. There's tons of defensive back trainers in the country helping a corner or a safety learn the technique to play that position. Their workouts are precisely designed to maximize their strengths and minimize their weaknesses. Footwork drills, agility work, explosion training, it's all customized to their role on the field. And let's talk about the money, because this kind of training is not cheap. Families of top recruits spend anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 a year just to stay ahead. Private quarterback coaching, $300 an hour. Speed training, another couple thousand a month. Custom weight training programs, not cheap either. Some families relocate to different states just to be near better competition and better trainers. And let's not forget the invite-only camps. These are important as well. If you want to prove you're a 5-star, you got to show up at the Elite 11, the opening, and other big-time camps. These aren't just workouts. They are battles against the best high school players in the country. You show up, you compete, and you either raise your stock or watch your ranking drop in real time. The reality, some guys flame out right here. They look great against regular high school competition, but when it comes to the elite camps against the 5-star, the truth comes out. Some rise to the occasion, some don't. And that's why these camps are so crucial. They separate the real 5-stars from the guys who just had a highlight reel. So if you're wondering why some players never make it to the top, it's because being elite isn't just about talent. It's about training, competition, and handling pressure. And in today's game, if you're not training like a future first-round pick, don't expect to get a 5th star. Now let's talk about the biggest shift in high school recruiting history, NIL. Because let's be honest, college football isn't just about football anymore, it is a business. And for 5-star recruits, they're not just athletes, they are walking investments. A few years ago, being a 5-star recruit meant you were chasing a scholarship. Now it means you're chasing a Lamborghini. These guys are chasing $1 million endorsement deals and NIL deals before they even play a single down in college. Let's break it down. Bryce Underwood, the #1 quarterback in the 2025 class, had his college decision locked in until a $10.5 million NIL offer flipped everything. That's right, $10.5 million, and he was still in high school. This is the new reality. Schools aren't just recruiting talent anymore, they are bidding for it. And let's talk numbers, because NIL isn't just a side hustle, it's big money. Some 5-star recruits are signing endorsement deals worth $2 to $5 million before they even step on campus that aren't even quarterbacks. And we're not just talking about cash. Some players get luxury cars from dealerships, endorsement deals from national brands, equity stakes in companies. That's right, some of these athletes aren't just taking cash, they're being offered partial ownership in startups. A 17-year-old high school player can now own a stake in a company before playing a single college snap. But it's not all sunshine and easy money. With NIL deals comes massive pressure. Schools aren't handing out millions for nothing. They expect results, and they expect them immediately. A few years ago, a 5-star freshman had a couple years to develop. Now, if you don't perform right away, guess what? You're out. That's what the transfer portal's for. Schools don't have patience anymore because the transfer portal is loaded with college veterans ready to take your spot. And this has completely changed how coaches recruit. In the past, a top 5-star might redshirt and develop. Now, they better be ready to start on day one. This is where NIL becomes a double-edged sword. Some recruits are making more money than NFL rookies, but the moment they don't perform, those same brands will drop them just as fast. And if you think pressure in high school was already high, it's on another level now. Some recruits can handle it. Others, they crack under the high expectations. We've already seen top high school recruits transfer multiple times because they weren't producing fast enough. And in this new NIL era, schools aren't going to wait around for you to develop. They'll find someone else who's already proven. So what's the takeaway? NIL is a blessing and a curse. It's making five-star recruits wealthier than ever, changing the lives for so many people. But it's also adding more pressure than ever before. It's no longer just about being a great player. It's about proving you are worth the investment and the money. And if you're not, you're getting replaced. Now let's tackle the million-dollar question. Does being a five-star recruit mean you're guaranteed to be an NFL star? The short answer is no. For every Trevor Lawrence, Will Anderson, and Myles Garrett, there's a five-star recruit who never even starts in college. Let's go back a few years, 2017. 32 players were ranked as five stars. Guess how many became first-round NFL draft picks? Only 9. That means more than 70% of five stars didn't pan out to be first-round picks. And let's flip it. Some of the biggest names in the NFL today were barely recruited. Josh Allen, 2-star recruit. J.J. Watt, 2-star. Devontae Adams, no stars at all. So what does that tell us? Stars help, but they don't guarantee anything. And look at me. I was a five-star recruit, was an All-American in college, but never played in the NFL because of injuries. A lot of things can happen. Being a five-star means you get the best opportunities, no doubt. The best coaching, the best facilities, the best exposure. But once you're on campus, it's about work ethic and who can actually perform. Plenty of five stars crumble under the pressure. Injuries happen. Coaches don't develop. They get stuck behind better players. The path to the NFL is brutal, and just because you're a high school superstar doesn't mean you'll stay one. But one thing's for sure, five stars will get the first shot. NFL scouts still love recruiting pedigree. The big name, the flashy guy, the sexy recruit. If you were a five-star in high school, you're more likely to get drafted than a three-star, that's for sure. That's just how the system works. So does five-star status matter? Yes. But it's just the beginning of the journey. So there you have it, the truth about being a five-star in 2025. It's not just about talent anymore. It's about money, branding, training, and handling the insane pressure of NIL and the transfer portal. And let's be honest, not everyone can handle it. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think five-star ratings actually predict future success? Or are they just another piece of recruiting hype in the industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit the like button, subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a deep dive like this. I'm Breneman. We'll see you on the next one.